Why? Easy. Yeah. Yeah, know what I holla? Do you know what I holla? Do you know what I holla? Yeah. You know the itty bitty city by the water that's steady getting taller. Vallejo. You don't understand.
Body slam your bitch and hog tie your hoe. Strap in, everyone. It's the White Bronco Show.
Welcome to the White Bronco Show with your host, Tommy Marks. I'm Aaron Bendersky. You can find us online at TheWhiteBroncoShow.chaoticradio.com. Search and subscribe for us on iTunes. Download, review, rate us. Like our Facebook fan page. Follow our Twitters. Uncle Tio's Ninos is Tommy. I'm at Big Happy Trees. Email us at whitebroncoshow@gmail.com. Vosh's Clothing, as always, is our sponsor.
And don't sue the White Bronco Show for false advertisement, because we said that we were going to have a guest tonight, comedian Stoner Rob, but he bailed. So
yeah, he did.
No guest. We had some good shit planned for him. Yeah.
We had the whole episode dedicated to him and wrote it all out, and we're ready to go.
I haven't heard anything, but you know what? People who got kids can be unreliable. So I think if it has something to do with the kids, I forgive it. You know what I mean? But I'm sure it had something to do along those lines. It's
gotta be.
He has 2 little babies and a baby along the way, so probably something to do with that. But
like
straight
little
up,
Stony
hey,
Rob Jr.
Whether your kids are old or young, people with kids, they're kind of unreliable.
The best part is
after 10 p.m.
The best part is that we had no backup plan and didn't even think about the possibility that maybe the guests won't show up.
I know, so, but you know what?
That's all right.
We were gonna. One thing I did on his show was he asked me my 3 favorite comedians, and I really like that part because now I look at it today and my answer's fucking completely different. And it's interesting because when I went on Stoner Rob's show and he said, "What are your 3 favorite comedians?" and this was before I had done stand-up in LA. I said Rob Delaney, who's like famous from Twitter, but he also does stand-up.
Famous for bombing on the Tonight Show.
Yeah.
Really bad.
I hate that everybody knows that. That's fucked up.
It's because he tried to delete everything.
Well, he did.
YouTube. But he is good. Rob Delaney is really funny.
He's the funniest person on Twitter to me. Probably the funniest person in the world. Easily.
Probably the funniest person.
So I said him, and then I said, I don't know if this counts or not, but Chris Farley. And I love Chris Farley.
He was a stand-up.
I don't know if he ever did stand-up, but I know he did improv.
He did improv and stuff. I think he did stand-up
which
too.
Is now I've recently got into. But the last one was Larry David, because he's just the fucking funniest person in the world. He's a genius. Yeah, he's a genius. That's the one word everyone says about him. Yeah. But that was me back in 2012. So before I tell you my new 3, I want to hear your top 3 comedians real quick.
Top 3, Norm Macdonald has to be sitting at the top of everyone always. Number 2.
That's a good one.
I mean, not number 2, but George Carlin was probably the first. I was reading George Carlin books at a really young age, and he influenced my thinking a lot. Probably in junior high, I was already reading his old books and was buying his new ones.
A lot of the shit. Well, I don't want to. Never mind. Okay, I want to hear your third one. Sorry.
As far as right now, I want to pick somebody who's doing it big right now, and there's a lot. I would say Gerard Carmichael.
He's funny.
Who just had a special come out. He filmed it at the Comedy Store. Is ridiculously funny. He had me and my friend dying at the original room at the Comedy Store. There were 4 people in the audience, my friend and I included.
When was this?
This was probably 3 years ago when he was putting together the material that would eventually... He did a lot of the stuff that was on his special, and he killed everyone. 4 people, the hardest thing to do, in probably the hardest room. And so he's pretty talented.
I've seen him on a show called The Comedy Living Room. Have you ever seen that show?
I don't think so.
They started out doing it in a house or someone's apartment, and then it moved to a house.
Mm-hmm.
And they're doing shows at houses, but they also do shows now and they put a couch at like the Improv, and it's
Is that like
comedy living room comes to the
What's
Improv,
that one that they
and they have fucking the dudes who host it don't even perform, but they have like I saw Anthony Jeselnik, Jim Jeffries, Gerard Carmichael, and Ian Edwards that night.
That's a really good.
Yeah,
lineup.
and I took like friends who have never been to a comedy show, and it was fucking perfect.
Yeah,
it was a good show. So those are your top 3.
Yeah, I would say right now that's where my list is at. If I'm just gonna throw Gerard in as a current guy.
Okay.
For sure. How about you?
So my top 3 now, and I think when Blaine gets a second, we'll ask him his top 3 comedians also. What do you got, Blaine?
My top 3 comedians. A big fan of Brian Regan.
Oh, clean shit.
Love Brian Regan. My favorite one's I Before E, Except After C, like is in Way and Neighbor and Stay and You'll Be Wrong no matter what you say or whatever. I love me some Eddie Murphy. I'm kind of old school, come older, and Chris Rock. I know they're generic. I know that's probably a cop out, but that's my 3.
Wow, very urban influence.
I've watched Raw and stuff, but like once you start doing comedy, you're kind of looking at it from a different lens.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's so amazing, and the amount of times he says faggot is it's so worth watching. Like
it's from a bygone era, man. It just is. You can't.
I didn't even know comedy was like you're allowed to do that. I'm like, fuck, I missed the golden era.
G.I. Joe swimming through the water, like all that. I mean, that stuff's classic. I think the reason why it's not really an urban influence. It was more that like growing up in my lily white neighborhood, I wasn't allowed to watch that stuff, so we like had this bootleg copy of it, and we'd run around and share it, and we'd steal a TV and a VCR and put it in a buddy's garage because parents are home. We'd watch it on really quiet with our ears next to it because if we got caught,
Dude, you were super oppressed.
Oh, totally.
Where did you grow up?
Rancho Cucamonga.
Oh,
Holy
man.
shit. That's a good story.
And you weren't allowed to watch Eddie Murphy. Was it because he was black? Or
no, we were like
a comedy
8, dude.
Special?
We were like 8. We were young.
What do you think is what's your favorite comedy album of all time?
Chris Rock. I mean, his first one, his first big special he did on HBO, the one where he did where he was talking about the fat girl going out, and she looking good and she got the anklet. That was the best, dude.
Do you know who writes for him on his specials?
He has a lot of people that write for him, but I don't know any specific one person specific
I've heard that. A long time ago, but it was Louis C.K.
Oh yeah,
and Nick DiPaolo.
Yeah.
Which is like holy fuck, like all 3 of those guys. That's solid. Oh shit! You know what? Hey, we got a caller. Looks like it's our boy Stoner Rob.
Oh,
let's
Stoner Rob.
Stoner Rob, what happened, man?
Man, dude. Okay.
How deep are we right now, Stoner?
Hold on. I gotta put away my Carl's Jr. bag right now. Hold on. Oh man.
Is that the bag you were gonna bring for us?
I couldn't make it in, bro. Some of these checkpoints, man, that's just a buzzkill, bro.
Did you get caught up? What happened?
Well, no, I had to avoid it, but then I had to go into a Carl's Jr. parking lot and like hide for like a few minutes.
Oh my god!
I couldn't blaze it up, so I just had to like sit there and eat my crisp cut fries. Yo, word up!
You need the Mr. Checkpoint app.
Yeah,
the Mr. Checkpoint app helps you out with all of that.
And I forgot
Shout out to Senate.
It's just annoying, man. I don't know what's up with these cops.
That's
they're trying to get like people with like no, papers or whatever. But come on, man. I mean, I'm always rolling with papers, rolling up.
How dirty were you riding?
Oh, it's pretty bad, man. They probably would have sent me in a holding cell, and I don't know. I probably would have been on a county bus tomorrow morning at 8 a.m.
Beautiful.
Hey, the beauty though of Rancho, if you're coming from like the top, you can see all the way down like Archibald or the street, so you can see the checkpoint from like 5 blocks away. You know what I mean? Then you hook that right into the Carl's Jr. lot. But
yeah, no, that's always true. Every time I go up Haven and go to Mountain Smoke, I'm always looking down for that red, white, and blue, man. But today I was just coming up and just trying to drive on Holt and look at the old, strip club that was there. A lot of memories there, man.
Did you see what they turned that into, dude? That old strip club on Holt and Central, or not Central?
Yeah, it's Holton Central.
Oh, wait, no, it's Holton. Yeah,
it's Holton.
yeah.
No, Mission and Central.
Mission and Central. Sorry, but that's not what I know what Stoner Rob's talking about.
Hey,
It's not
well,
that.
let me tell.
No, I didn't see what they turned it into because I had to look down and make sure I didn't drop my beer when I was passing by. Oh man.
Hey, let me ask you a question. You guys know about, and this goes out to everybody, the strip club right next to that one? It's called the Villa.
The Villa Theater.
It's like a fucking room.
That wasn't a strip club. That was a whorehouse.
Hey man, Zach Miller and Bruce Jingles took me there one night, and
I can't believe you actually. I drive that. I have to go to work, and I pass there every day. I see it every single day.
Okay, so the question is,
reeks of depravity.
Zach Miller, Tommy Marks, and Bruce Jingle drive somewhere. Which one of Tommy or Zach drove Bruce?
Hey, no, I got a question for Tommy though.
What's
man,
up?
Look at your head, man. Is your head still as shiny as like one of like Blaine's bowling balls, man? Like what's up with that, yo?
Whoa, out of left field.
He's picking on your baldness.
Hey, that's what you got to go after though, because
He bailed on us, and he's going after.
This guy, you know what's up.
he's talking about my shiny
funny,
knob,
man.
which is my dick, and that's the shiny head he's talking about, because I stay getting my dick sucked. Stoner Rob, you know this. Having young interns on the White Bronco Show come in here, backroom casting couch shit. You know how we do it.
Damn, man. Well, you know what? It's not as big as Bruce Jingle's dick, because that one's huge, but it's up there, yo.
That one's got me some stage.
I know that shit, dog.
That one's got me some stage time. I can't deny that one.
Oh,
Yo, man, I'm gonna get rolling really fast, but yo, good stuff with the show, man. White Bronco, dude. I knew. Who was it? White Bronco. Oh no, never mind. That's OJ. That's another story. I'll tell you that some other day.
You want to plug anything?
Yeah. Aren't you at the
my
you at
dick's in
the
your
ha ha?
mouth.
You at the ha ha on Friday?
Wait, I can't hear. What's up?
You at the ha ha cafe on Friday?
Yo, man, nobody got anything going on. Is it cool if I plug that in, Tommy?
Yeah. Hey.
I don't want to get in trouble or stuff.
Yeah. We're gonna do your plug right now. Hang up on his ass. Yo, that's what you get, Stoner Rob.
Man, he should have hit up Fat Tuesday. If he was
Yo,
on
man,
hold.
you're gonna call us drunk at fucking. Hey, that wasn't Stoner Rob. That was Drunk Rob right there. But hey, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? At least he gave us the call, but we ain't gonna give him the plug for bailing on us.
If he was cruising Holt, he should have just hit up Fat Tuesday, and then come here. I don't understand.
At least he called in. You know, it's not really like a no. It's a no show, but it's not a no call no show.
Yeah.
He called.
I like the excuse though of hiding in a Carl's Jr. parking lot and shit. That's funny. I mean, I actually believe it. That shit's funny.
It kind of run checkpoints on a Wednesday though?
Does it throw off your plan, because you kind of were dead set on the fact that he was probably dealing with whiny baby kids or weed.
Yeah.
And here it turns out he was dealing with cops and
Turns out he
Carl's
was
Jr.
drinking beer and had to pull into a Carl's Jr. for a safe haven.
Yeah. I don't know. Hey, regardless,
I feel
wouldn't have
gypped.
guessed.
I'm a little gypped, but I feel good about not letting him get his plug in there. Even though I plugged his shit and I said Friday, haha cafe in fucking Hollywood. If you guys want to check him out. I still love Rob though. He's cool as fuck, man. He got me my first show here in LA, so we'll get him a fucking Uber and we'll get him over here eventually.
Yeah.
But let me get back real quick to my favorite comedians now. After being in the game a couple of years, when I first came, I said it was Chris Farley, Larry David, Rob Delaney. Today, I'll say Bill Hicks, who is like him and George Carlin, who you said was one of your favorites, Aaron.
Yeah, definitely.
Their shit like is so relevant, like very, very relevant, and it was all ahead of its time, and it all stands up today. And they're like re-releasing one of Bill Hicks' like biggest specials in theaters. Just look it up on the internet. I don't have all the details and shit.
Yeah.
But I think
Bill
it's gonna be
Hicks is
playing
amazing.
at like 3 different major movie theaters. So go out and see that. Another one is the first comedian I ever saw here in the IE at the Ontario Improv, Mike Epps. And
That's a funny guy.
So goddamn funny. And
is he related to Omar Epps?
No. But like, I mean,
completely unrelated.
Everything about that guy, and especially his material, it's so funny. When I first saw him, and this was way before I was doing comedy. This was years before I was doing comedy. I thought I could never fucking do that shit. in my I could never do that. But seeing fucking people like Stoner Rob with their own styles, Felipe Esparza, all these other people, you learn that you just kind of everyone has their own shit and anyone can be fucking funny.
What about like a Lewis Black?
Funny.
He's very funny, and I know I have a friend who's interviewed him a lot, and he's just a super fucking nice person.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice guy.
Doug Stanhope is another one. Stanhope is really doing
Doug
good stuff right now.
And my last one, and this goes for the funniest comedy album I've ever heard. I actually forget which one it is exactly, but Cat Williams, and it's his first big special where he's in the green jacket. That's the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Cat,
yeah.
His real life exploits are funnier than his stand-up.
This is true.
That's true. But one other one, David Tell, Skanks for the Memories.
Yeah.
Word for word, that shit is probably up there with Cat Williams too. Those are amazing comedy albums.
But there's so many others too. There's so many we can't even. Bill Burr, and man, there's too many. There's too many good ones to name right now.
You did mention Carlin, who's one of the greats.
Yeah, I like that, Aaron.
Pryor.
Hey, real quick
Standards.
before we take a break, let me tell you guys why I don't like living in LA. Because every time I see a Mexican who's over 6 foot, I get really excited and think it's the illegitimate son of Arnold Schwarzenegger. And now I'm rolling around with a posse of Samoan-looking Mexican guys. And one other thing.
That gets me excited too.
There's so many comedy clubs in LA. It's good and bad, but I've learned that doing comedy and being a comic is just like being a prostitute. You can't get fired. You just fucking go somewhere else. It's you know what I mean? You can just walk down the block and you're back in business.
Yeah.
We're gonna take a quick break. Then we're gonna come back with some more shit and tell you about why Morph isn't here this week.
White Bronco Show. Call in 909-989-0789.
The itty bitty city by the water that's steady getting taller. Vallejo, you don't understand. You just don't understand. Check it out though. Why? Easy. Yeah. Yeah, holla. Do you know what I holla? Yeah, you know. The itty bitty city by the water that's steady.
Welcome back to the White Bronco Show. We have breaking news. ABC 7 just reported on their Twitter feed. Stoner Rob has been arrested at a checkpoint.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Did he go back through that checkpoint?
I think that they got a few out. Rancho PD said that he had a car seat, a metal bong. Actually, it was a sex object that he tried to pass as a bong.
Oh, a butt plug?
Yeah, and more importantly, Stoner Rob had our co-host, Ryan Morford, a.k.a. Jenga Master, tied up in the trunk.
No.
Yes, and it also says that he had a sex, what's it called? A sex gag in his mouth.
A ball gag?
A ball gag in his mouth, yeah.
Oh, does Rob know of his AIDS situation?
We're not gonna tell him.
Yeah. So
obviously,
you know
Ryan
what?
didn't.
You boys want to play hooky with the show?
Oh.
Good luck with AIDS.
Everyone's gonna get their comeuppance tonight.
Yeah. So
let's hope there isn't another breaking news before the show's over that Stoner Rob has contracted the AIDS virus.
Blaine, do we have a caller?
We do. Let's take this caller. Caller.
Hello.
Is this me? Hey.
Yes.
Hey.
Hey, what's going on,
Who's
guys?
this?
It's me, the Last Zoroastrian.
Tommy, this is my friend Rustum.
Yeah.
He grew up raised in a dying religion that's
Yeah.
called Zoroastrianism, and it's older. Yeah. It's one of the oldest religions in the world. There's only about 5 of them left, including Rustum's family.
Yeah. Well, I'm the last one. The other 4 died.
So that's it. So you have to procreate, or else it's
no.
It's all
It's
over.
done. It's done. I'm done. I'm having a mental breakdown, man. I thought I'd call in and just. I don't know. I've been seeing it shrink, and
How is that? How many sessions have you gone to?
Dude, it's bad, man. I'm finding out a lot about myself.
Let me tell you something.
Rustam just started going to therapy.
Well, listen.
Yeah.
I have you seen The Last of the Mohicans?
Which one's that? Is that like black people or Native Americans?
Yeah, Native Americans.
Okay.
Daniel Day-Lewis. Brilliant, sexy soundtrack
Who the
over
hell
the
is
whole
he?
movie. Daniel Day-Lewis.
Is that when they break out of prison?
Yeah, there's some great source material that should be able to help you work through this.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah. That's my recommendation. I'm no Dr. Phil or you know what I mean? I that's all I got is movie recommendations. My dog died and recently.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Theo?
Yeah, I know.
Theo.
And the only thing that got me through it was Karate Kid 2. So, you know what? Maybe The Last of the Mohicans can help you be the Last Zoroastrian or whatever your name is.
Yeah. Well, I'm just the last rat. I don't know what to do, man.
Are you looking for females? Like, are you trying to Jim Jones this thing and
Well,
get
what
this
I'm trying
cult off
to
the
say
ground?
is that this is what we're trying to figure out. What if I'm gay? I don't fucking know. Like, I'm like in the middle of a mental breakdown, Theo. I don't know what to do.
Hold on, keep it together for a second.
Whoa.
Keep it together for a second. Let's back up for a second.
Keep it together. This is bad.
Why?
This was a fast jump to sucking dicks.
Well, I mean, that's what
But
therapy
it would make my life
is.
a lot easier if I just pretended like I was gay. Like, wouldn't that just be easy?
Would it be easier if you pretended? I don't think so. I think it would
think
be
it
harder.
would.
I think it would be harder. Unless being gay is what you really are, and then it would be easier.
Hey,
Because
Well, like,
it'd be
I
easier
could, like, go to
be who you
India.
really
If
are.
you guys want to go to India with me, we could just, like, scout, like, a hot Indian bitch.
No,
Indian dude.
I don't like
Bring
the
back.
way curry makes girls' assholes smell. So I'm gonna pass on that trip. Okay.
All right.
You don't need to go to India to get a girl.
No, of course no. But that's just like
Go to
that's just the
Pakistan.
easy way out. Like you get a matchmaker and you fucking say that you're American, and then
I don't know
like, all the bitches line up.
Why is he
I think
laughing?
that's how it works.
I don't think he's taking his situation seriously. You know, therapy's
I'm
not
not.
going to help unless you take it serious.
Well,
I think he is. I think he is taking it seriously.
I'm actually taking it really fucking seriously. Yeah.
He
Totally.
is. How many sessions?
I want to
have you
do,
gone to now?
dude. I want to do a whole fucking like ADHD evaluation on Friday. I want to do a whole legit mental breakdown of how my mind works.
Can we save
If
them some
you
time?
get a prescription for Adderall, call back in next week. Okay.
Dude, I
In
can
fact,
get that,
don't
like,
call.
If I
Just
ask
drive
for
over
it,
here.
they'll give it to me.
You can be our first guest. All right.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Get the
Hey.
biggest bottle. Get the biggest bottle you can, and then if you don't like it, give it to me.
Hey, last
Okay.
Zoroastrian, we want you to be part of the show. We want you to get better. So
Yeah, I know. Me too.
call in. Tell us about how you're improving. You know what I mean? Tell us what your prescriptions are looking like.
Right.
Anything that can help you with physical pain, get prescribed that shit. And stay in touch with the White Bronco Show, and we'll have you on
And
soon.
just bring extras.
Cool.
Bring
Hey,
extras.
thanks, Tio. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Bye.
Well, hey, are you on Twitter or anything like that?
No.
You
I
should
think I
start.
wanna kill
Hey,
myself.
you're no.
What?
You're,
Wait.
No. Listen, you're at the
Rustam.
you're at the very bottom. Your life couldn't be worse. So dig yourself up. Maybe start writing jokes on Twitter. Maybe try to do comedy. Maybe try to do something.
Well, like if I
with
write
such
jokes
a
on
funny
Twitter,
ass
then I'm
weird
really
name.
gonna kill myself, right? Because like
Okay, Russ.
Twitter like killed comedy. Apparently, I don't know. That's what they say on the news.
So now you're going to.
Tommy, I have something here. I have the definition
Man,
of this.
hold on. This took a grim.
This
turn.
Zoroastrianism that he's a part of. I have it right here. If you'd like me to read it.
Yeah, let's hear it.
It's
I want to hear it too.
It's on the
Teach me.
screen. This is a monotheistic, pre-Islamic religion focused around anal and ancient Persian sexual deviance, founded by Zoroaster in the 6th century BC.
They
Where
played with his butt a lot.
do I sign up?
Well, you can't
Underrated.
sign up because you're not part of the 6,000-year-old bloodline, asshole. You can't like just join the cult. You got to
This is
like
true.
be born into it.
This is true, asshole.
I think a big man going inside of me could make us blood brothers, homie. So,
Yeah. Well, here's the thing though. Like, I kind of want. Did you guys know that I drank cow pee? Everybody's
Oh,
fascinated
please
that
tell
I
that
drank
story.
cow pee.
Please tell that story. And please.
Yeah,
oh,
so like
man.
I had you guys don't understand. Like I was like a real
So
Zoroastrian.
at what
I was
age
like,
you had to go back to India to do
I went to India
some
when I was
ancient
10.
rituals that they do. It's kind of like a bar mitzvah, but for Zoroastrians. So you went back to India, and what was the ritual that you did that
I had a
involved the
nubjo.
urine.
It's basically like a Zoroastrian bar mitzvah. Like a Zoroastrian initiation into the faith, and they like make young kids, you know, devote their lives to a religion that they don't understand. And you know, it's all really positive in my life. So I drank cow pee. It was like to purify my body, and then I started to wear like a religious shirt and a rope that I tied around my waist like 3 times like a karate belt. And then I said these like prayers in a dead language.
So if I remember correctly, you told me something about drinking more than was necessary to really cleanse yourself.
I was mentally prepped to like just stick my tongue in it and just like deal with it. But the fucking guy didn't speak English, and like he did that thing where he like tilts the cup like all the way up, so it's not just 1 sip or 2 sips. I drank a whole fucking cup of pee. And it comes from like an albino bull, and it was preyed on for like 42 days straight, and supposedly, you know, because it was preyed on and from an albino bull, it like purifies my body from the inside. And then on top of that, my auntie got me naked and poured it over my head and bathed me in it.
Zoroastrian, we believe you. Yeah. This is actually, I don't know if you knew that Ken Burns did a documentary on you guys a couple years back, actually. So if people don't believe you or don't know what you're going through, they could check out that Ken Burns documentary on PBS. It's called Zoroastrians Coming Through the Faith. And its year was 2011. Also, I guess I don't know where people can find you online, but keep checking in.
They can't.
Well, then you have to keep checking in with us so that we know you're okay, the fans know you're okay, and people who support your religion.
Well, they shouldn't support it.
There's none left. It's just him.
Yeah, he's the last one. I mean, well, they should support you.
I guess.
You could build it back up, though. You could be the L. Ron Hubbard of
exactly
Zoroastrian.
And that's what we want you to be. And we want to find find wombs for your Zoroastrian schlong.
Dude. That's what I want, Tio.
And that's what the White Bronco Show is going to do for you.
But I specifically like white girls and white vagina more than brown curry vagina.
And that's the topic of our show next week. We're going to be talking pussy. So anyone who wants to call in next week, hit us with a call. The number's
909-989-0789. Follow us on Twitter.
We'll be back next week talking puss. And maybe hopefully getting a check-in call from our buddy if he doesn't eat a shotgun come Friday after his Ritalin test with his doctor.
Thanks for calling, Rustam.
Appreciate it. We'll talk to you soon, Last Zoroastrian.
Night, guys.
Vosh's Clothing.
I love you.
White Bronco Show on Twitter.
Love you too, Rustam. I'll call you. White Bronco Show.
Check it out, though. Sipping martinis, eating scampi and linguine.